Good morning to my precious brothers and sisters on YouTube and to my family and friends over on Facebook on this very special day in Christy and my life. It's our 12th wedding anniversary, October the 9th, 2015. It was 12 years ago today in a small white church in Commerce Township, Walled Lake, Michigan, that I said I do to the most beautiful woman that God has ever allowed to grace the face of this earth, as her father walked her down the aisle in her beautiful white dress. They played our song, and it's from Savage Garden. I knew I loved you before I met you. Now let me explain how that became our song. Christy and I met online, on the internet of all places, an AOL chat room. I was a single dad raising my 3 children, and my daughter, she's the oldest, she said, "Dad, we're okay now. We're okay, but we're worried about you." And she kept being persistent, and she would show me on AOL back then, 12 years ago, that there was a chat room for Michigan where people could just talk and become friends and get to know one another. And I didn't want anything to do with that, but she kept being so persistent, I finally gave in. And I really wasn't interested until this one morning when Christy came online. There was this little icon, and there was a photograph of her, and we began to talk. And we had the same interest, and we began to talk, and then we would talk on the phone all night long. But we never met face to face. And then finally, it was one morning I was getting ready to go to work, and we had talked for weeks and weeks. And I could hear the sound AOL makes when I knew she had popped on. And in the background was playing by Savage Garden. I knew I loved you before I met you. So finally, we made arrangements to meet for the very first time. And when I pulled up to her house, and there she was standing on the porch. And when we met face to face and our eyes looked into one another's, it was like time had stood still. The earth had stopped spinning for that moment in time. And I realized, I remembered that song. I knew I loved her before I met her. And when her father walked her down the aisle, in front of God and witnesses and family and friends, that's the song that was playing by Savage Garden. And I want to share that with you now. I won't play the actual song. We know YouTube and the copyright how they love to use their copyright infringement on you. Maybe it's intuition, but some things you just don't question. Like in your eyes, I see my future in an instant. And there it goes. I think I found my best friend. I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I've been waiting all of my life. There's just no rhyme or reason. Only the sense of completion. And in your eyes, I see the missing pieces I'm searching for. I think I found my way home. Now I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe, Christy, I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I have been waiting all of my life. 1,000 angels dance around you. I am complete now that I found you. Thank you, everyone, for sharing in this special day with Christy and I. 12 years, 12 wonderful years that she has put up with me and put up with the child inside this man. Update on our anniversary. We are going to meet for lunch, and I'm running late today. And we decided to celebrate our anniversary together on Sunday. It's cold today. We won't have to work. And Sunday is going to be in the mid-70s, or close to 70, mid-70s. And we are going to be on the boardwalk off the shores of Lake St. Clair and Port Huron. We're going to spend the day together and made reservations for a nice supper together on our anniversary. And I'll keep you all updated. I'll take pictures and videos. You know, Christy does not like her picture taken or to be on the internet, but we got to persuade her somehow. I knew I loved her before I met her. I think I dreamed her into life. And that is true. I knew that I did. I knew before our eyes ever met, I knew I loved her. Ministry announcements. There have been, there's no offerings that have come in to our ministry and outreach to the homeless. And if the Holy Spirit convicts your heart to support this ministry, I'll put the link below. So many people, they make videos and they mention about PayPal buttons, but this is a poor ministry, and it's something we can't do without your help and your guidance. The big corporation ministries, and you know, you got Red Cross and so many big 501c3 people that are very well-to-do will give for their tax right up to these types of ministries, and by the time it trickles down the board members, there's really your gift really doesn't a whole lot go to help the needs of the people. And we are a poor ministry, but God has ordained, and we really do need your help. These are very trying times. I'll be back. I'm working on a series of videos for YouTube, and I will be back throughout the day. Thank you all for watching. 12 years ago today, I married my best friend. I love you, Christy.